Sensei in here bringing you a review for One Piece chapter 188. And so far, 2 chapters, or 3 chapters if you count when they first met, 3 chapters into this fight, I'm absolutely loving it, man. And once again, I'm loving it because of just the technical aspect of it. You have 2 technical fighters going at it. You have 2 guys who have similar type moves. Both of them like to use their legs, and there's tactics being used in this. Both of them are trying to outmaneuver the other. This is really good, man. When you compare it to the Usopp fight, I really felt like after Usopp got pissed off, they really just winged it. There wasn't too much strategy in it. Luffy versus Crocodile, that was just a slaughter, so that really didn't count. Pell versus Miss All Sunday, another one that was a slaughter. So I'm loving this right here, man. And like, I thought it was really interesting that after taking a few attacks, Sanji makes the most out of the situation. You know, there's an expression that I like to use. Sometimes life gives you 2 heapings full of shit and you got to make lemonade out of them. And that's exactly what Sanji did. While Mr. 2 is pretending to be Nami, okay? He's got the face thing going on. He can't really hit him. And the chapter opens up after Vivi finally convinces Chaka to blow up the palace, which I'll get to in a second. But we see Sanji on the ground, and Bon Clay's got his foot on his head, and he's rubbing his face into the ground. And Sanji's character, I would think that he would be okay with that if it was actually Nami and she had some spikes and shit and a whip, some real whips and chains type shit. You know, I bet Sanji would even go all the way like Deadpool did in the movie. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, you know, let's just say Deadpool's masculinity was taken from him in the sex scene with his girlfriend. So, with that being said, I want to touch on this right here. I like how Sanji, right away after getting hit a few times, says you have to touch your left cheek in order to transform into whoever. And then he says, well, you have the face of somebody else, you can't really attack. You can't use your Kenpo. And Bon Clay, the humor in it's there. You know, for once I did laugh. I didn't laugh during the Usopp fight. But in this one I was laughing because, you know, Bon Clay's making a stupid face. He's trying to play dumb. He's just like, oh, no, you're wrong. I can't hear you. And Sanji, right on cue, says, well, that's what I thought. You get a few more pages of Sanji basically getting wailed on. But one of the things I thought was interesting was when Mr. 2 does the thing like with the swans where the tips turn into metal, and there's so much destructive force in it that he could pierce a hole through Sanji's body. So that was pretty cool. It almost makes me wish that we could see Zoro in this fight, because I'm willing to bet Bon Clay is talented enough using those swans that we could actually get like a little mini sword fight going on. But I think Sanji's probably the best one because, again, you have to use your feet. In this type of battle, you have to be a little more analytical, and from what I've seen, Sanji is thinking more ahead than Zoro usually does to him. Now, the other thing about this that I did really enjoy was simply the fact that Sanji goes into the air and he's trying to use an aerial attack, also to buy time, and Bon Clay transforms into Nami. And Sanji basically tells me, hey man, you got something on your left cheek. Bon Clay touches it, turns back into normal, and then that's when he just drop kicks his ass. So that was pretty cool, man. Like I said, this fight, I'm loving it. I thought it was hilarious when Bon Clay started to expose Nami's cleavage, and Sanji's just like, oh, do you need my help? Like, it's just like, dude, what the fuck, man? Like, even if it's the face and the boobs are there, like everything else is like completely off. Like if it was a complete transformation, and maybe it was, I don't think so. I'll have to go back to look, but I'm pretty sure that the shape was a little bit off. Like I said, from like the boobs up, it matched, but everything, it seemed a little off, man. But it might just be like that outfit that he has on. But I want to say this here too, Vivi's idea and like the little flashback that we got, the internal monologue scene where you have Vivi's father saying that Alabasta is not really anything without his people. Like seeing that and having Chaka say, just go along with what the princess wants, do what she wants. that was interesting. Now I'm really thinking that after this civil war ends and after Crocodile and the rest of them are chased out, that's going to be symbolism for rebuilding the country. That's going to be interesting, and it makes sense. Like I said, this is poetic because you have the king saying that the country is nothing, the kingdom is nothing without its people. And since the kingdom is at war, and since the kingdom, for the most part, has lost the favor of the people for whatever reasons, that palace is a symbol of hope, stability, so many different things. And so now that that's happened, you have to tear it down and you have to start over fresh. A tabula rasa, if you will. For those of you who don't know, that's a term for blank slate. I'd suggest you look up what tabula rasa means. It's really where it comes from, the root. Really interesting. But overall, very good chapter, very entertaining to read. My chapter question for you guys is twofold. What did you think about Vivi being able to convince Chaka to tear down the palace, to destroy it? And then what did you think about Sanji being able to figure out Bon Clay's weaknesses that quickly and expose them? But as always, if you like anything I had to say, hit that like button, comment, rate, subscribe, share. Greatly appreciate it. That's it. Thanks for watching. Have an awesome day, guys.